Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light today, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is silent, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light today, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
You're the night sky, trying to make me see your stars. But the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky. no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe close, it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finals. Today we have Destro going against PSG for the $500 Season 2 playoffs of the TLOU Esports. I am joined alongside Xshot today, and we'll be commentating over this to see who wins the Season 2. Now, Xshot, I have to ask this. You are a very experienced player, you know, in TLOU, in the competitive scene, and the esports scene, you know, just not just in TLOU, in other competitive games. In your experience, what do you predict? How will this go?
All right, first of all, what's up, everybody? I don't know. I'm interested to see because a lot of times in TLOU, I never know if people actually have like a plan going into it or they just go with what they feel. But we have to see if they're gonna open up aggressive or, I mean, obviously they're gonna probably go clock tower, but
Right, yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta see like how they play it.
Yeah, I think we've witnessed that a lot. There wasn't much game plans, but you know, Destro did win the first season, season 1 on the TLOU Esports. So we'll see how they do now against PSG. Already pushing up clock tower. You see 2 going top, 1 at the bottom. This is him kill his POV, pushing up with a burst.
Yeah, PSG definitely didn't play aggressively to go up top here. Something I would have liked to do if I was on that side.
Yeah, now I think they'll be forced to go back because, of course, they should have that map position on the clock tower.
And that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, I wonder if they, you know, had this planned or did they want to get up there and then they got nervous and backed off.
Yeah, that does happen quite a lot in these matches. The thing is with PSG, I know we've seen them also in the semifinals. They played really good, but they also kind of struggled against Duckhead. It was a 3-1, but it was very close matches. We've seen, on the other hand, Destro 3-0'd Bad Boys in the semifinals.
Over there,
So we'll
Dragon.
see how this actually goes. A lot of patience.
Yeah, watching those games, I was really impressed with how Destro plays.
I always assumed that they had a plan. Sometimes it didn't work, but most of the times they always play together.
So with this kind of opening, I'm assuming Shaft has HR. You kind of want to see him like play around a pick now because how slow it started.
Gets the
One
down.
down. Hunter.
Yeah, he was in a really bad spot there.
I'm not sure why they're still waiting. Flamesy getting the double with the semi. Beautiful play. Now Rodrigo pushing Shaft alone.
Hey, I'm bleeding out.
Gets that execution. Now, of course, Rodrigo has to play his life. It's very surprising to see that both members of Destro went down from Flamesley.
I mean, they were in a bad spot. PSG was, but you know, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you hit your shots, you can get out of a bad situation.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we see him kill it with the burst, Sin7 with the burst. And then, of course, Maxi is using the sniper against Shaft. We know Shaft is a really good sniper, so, with sniper kills, it is always the opening of the engagement, or at least most of the times. And now getting headshotted, as I was saying. I think PSG are making a push here. He's running Reviver with the sniper, which is rare to see.
I gotta pack myself up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're gonna sit back, I guess the sniper having Reviver isn't too bad, but it's not gonna help them if they're playing aggressive.
Yeah, of course. I think it's either Reviver or Explosion Expert, unless he doesn't have Hawkeye. Kelly just waiting around. It is a very slow start, but
Look out, right.
Team Maxi and Shaft Eagle go with the sniper.
Look alive.
Yeah, it looked like Destro wanted to start off aggressive, and like I said, PSG kind of backed off from that opening engagement, and they got themselves in a bad spot. And I think it was Flamesley who was able to hit some nice shots to get him out of that situation.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it after I saw that first down from Destro. Flamesy managed to actually clutch up for his team.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna lose both those guys for sure.
Especially him with the semi, and then him killing is with the burst. So it's quite surprising. Maxi body shot couldn't cover his teammate, of course. Maxi is one shot, doesn't have health kit, goes down. And there's not many health kits to go on with. I think he is getting body shotted from Shaft Eagle, which makes him waste a lot of his health kits. And I have to be careful when you challenge. If you don't have enough health kits, then you'll be in trouble later on.
Yeah, the HR player can definitely keep the other team's health kits low. It's not always best to just try to hit a headshot and miss when you can just make them waste a health kit.
Yeah, the HR I think is very effective. Headshots and body shots.
See, like now they're kind of pinned in the garage, and like there's only one health kit on that truck. So
Yeah, I think him
every time they take damage,
yeah,
they're not gonna be able to heal.
Kit, so I wonder if we know Maxi doesn't have a health kit too, and they are pinned in. I think PSG are just keeping them in the spawn rather than even killing them. It's always a good. I think it's always a good idea just to keep them in the spawn and wait for them to push out. You don't have health kits, you don't have boxes, and it is quite hard to come back, especially on Billstown. These spawn traps are huge.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you're holding middle map. You're rewarded with the lead. They have to come to you. There's no reason to, get squad wiped here or something. Either you trade effectively or you just wipe them and continue to grow your lead.
Of course, and also you need to be able to set up correctly. You can't just all be in a random place. I mean, before I've seen very another headshot from Shaft. Got execution too. Maxi trades out but doesn't get execution.
Look alive.
I think we just saw a shiv from Rodrigo. Now I think this is what we were talking about. You don't really need to push into the spawn, because he will go down. It's, you know, especially if you don't know where Destro members are. I think they were unaware of where Rodrigo was. He was playing patiently in that corner.
Yeah, I didn't really like that from PSG. Going into the spawn there, like I said, you have the lead. You have them on one box, maximum one health kit. If they all push towards Sammy's, it's fine. You know, you play to that, but there's no reason to get shivved.
Yeah, like you said, you know, him kill spawned alone now, doesn't have a health kit, gets shot under the truck, and, you know, couldn't heal, and gets body shotted from Shaft Eagle, and that's exactly what PSG should be doing throughout the whole match. Now with such a big lead on Billstown.
I'm interested to see how Destro wants to push out of this, because they need to get out of like this little cycle that they're in. They're in a really bad spot right now.
Yeah, I know. You know, like Extra, I think you know, you guys, Scrub Central guys, were known for playing really good on Billstown. In a situation where you'd be down like this, I think, you know, would you try to push out, you know, 3 players on the right, 3 players on the left? Of course, it depends on where they are, but I think, you know, you need some sort of game plan to push it out rather than randomly.
Right. So I think that, you know, you don't want too much time to go by. You want to try to hit a couple boxes and then just start trading positively. You don't have to get a squad wipe. If you wait for the timer to go down too much, then you really need squad wipes, because, you know, if you're down 4 and there's only a minute or a minute and a half left, you're gonna need a squad wipe. Whereas if you start from now and you can just, you know, chip away at the score, it becomes more manageable. So I don't really like how much time is going off right here without any sort of, you know, evening up of the score here.
I think at the same time, I don't think Destro know what to do. PSG are very separated, I must say. Like, someone's the bottom one clock tower. Rigo manages to get it down. I think this is their chance where they can make the comeback. They gotta push out a little more faster. Like you said, they try not to waste as much time coming back. And of course, you know, Billstown is a bigger map than Checkpoint, which is a really small map for 3v3s.
The thing about Billstown is it's easy to spawn trap, but you're not really getting a lot of kills off the spawn trap. You're just kind of keeping them pinned back. There's some maps like Water Tower, you know, you can definitely start to like spawn trap and get a lot of kills, whereas here you don't really have that. So
One less to worry about.
Yeah, I think with Water Tower, the spawns are just really open. As soon as you spawn, you might even get instant executed. I think with Billstown, you have a better chance of staying alive.
the last couple of minutes were good though for PSG. Like, this is what I was talking about. Or for Destro, I mean, they were able to, you know, just get a couple kills. Now there's still a good amount of time. You want to see them continue to do that.
Yeah, of course, and then, you know, they're only down by 3, 5 minutes left. It's plenty of time for them to do anything, I think. Even if they want to slow it a little down now, you know, maybe him Killy going for that box at the church to get some smokes. I think smokes will be huge for these pushes, and I would assume he has explosion expert.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm not familiar. Does Destro have a sniper?
Maxi is sniping for them.
Okay.
I mean,
So they can play around the pick.
yeah, definitely. I think last playoff we've seen him do some really nice headshots, and they managed to win, of course, the final against Polices.
So obviously in our era, like, we played 4v4, but even with the extra player, we didn't normally have a sniper. So like when you're down and you have a sniper, you can play around the pick. Whereas if you don't have one, you know, you can all kind of play aggressively, you know, get in there.
Right.
So I'm not sure. I don't know if they're trying to set up a pick here or not. I mean, I'm sure they are, but
They're trying to push up clock tower. I think Shaft Eagle is at the top.
my only worry in a situation like this is even if you get the down and the other two push in, if PSG plays it correctly and doesn't focus too much on the revive, it's still a 2v2 up there. And they can easily kill the two people pushing in and then pick up the down player.
I mean, I think Shaft is in trouble here. Does get stunned.
Yeah, losing that guy is big. This should be a squad wipe here.
And I think that's what you were saying with the snipers and, you know, when you have a lead. I think, you know, Shaft was too busy going for the axe, but you know someone was behind him. And I think that's why he went down, you know. He was too focused on cross-mapping and going that down with a sniper. And now it's a tied game with 3 minutes left. And Rodrigo getting a smoke and a down just like that. Destro back into the game and up by 1.
And like you said, with Shaft being focused across, you know, there's 2 staircases, but you probably have 1 on each side. So someone's gonna get pushed by 2 people. So
it is quite hard. I think Shaft should have just stayed down and just, you know, waited. You know, having that lead doesn't need to challenge too much with the sniper, of course, unless it's 100% guaranteed kill and execution. You always need to get the execution. A down does not benefit you in these situations. You know, there's 2 minutes left. This is a very close match. It could go either way. Rodrigo smoking himself and a counter smoke coming in. And I think this is going to be very close.
Finish. Move out.
Destro.
yeah, this is setting up for one of those endings where probably the last engagement. I mean, it's almost unpredictable who's gonna win the map.
Yeah, and I wonder if Destro's setup is actually good here. I think they're kinda trapped in. I mean, you see someone on the list mode. Is that Shaft Eagle with the sniper?
I never like being in these situations. I just feel like it's very coin flippy.
They're using smoke.
Yeah, of course. I don't think it's 100% a guaranteed win for either team. Rodrigo, I think getting 2 downs here. That's a third one. That's a squad wipe. Perfect play by Destro. A minute left. 4 spawn lead. Wow, absolutely beautiful from Rodrigo getting those downs.
Okay, got it.
Again, a double upgrade with the burst with 1 minute left.
Yeah, I really like how Destro played it. It's kind of like what I was talking about. Like, you don't want to wait too long. They chipped away, and they were able to take the lead with 2.5 minutes left. And then PSG had to push into them, and they were able to wipe them. And now, you know, it's a 3v3, so you can only get 3 lives back here. So they have to get a squad wipe and then another kill here. Still doable, but it's starting to look pretty bad.
I think Destro is just gonna waste so much time here. Of course, PSG have to run from across the map back here, and then even if they get them, they have to run across again. It's 40 seconds left. I don't see this is happening at all. Again, that's the thing, being unaware, and Maxi gets the headshot. I think this match is definitely over.
Arms armed, heads up.
Going to Destro first. Billstown. This is a best of 5.
Ice.
Absolutely beautiful play coming back. I think PSG made small mistakes. I think one of them was pushing into the spawn and Rodrigo getting that shiv, which kind of broke that spawn trap and made them get out. And then again, you know, Shafty was getting distracted by Maxi and getting flanked. These small mistakes that one player can make can cost the whole lead that they had.
Yeah, that's what, you know, when Last of Us is played at this level, it's just 2 little things like that. Having your sniper distracted and then getting, you know, 2v1 pushed on a staircase, and that shiv like kind of just wandering in there for no reason. You had a lead, and just like that, now you're losing. Your push doesn't go that way, and you lose the map.
I think they should have definitely just stayed back and waited for Destro to make a push. I mean, I gotta give it to Destro. They played really good, and they did exactly what you said that they should do. And they're up by 1 map now. Going into checkpoint. Checkpoint might be a faster game here. I think checkpoint is definitely the bursts map here, I think Himkili should go all out against PSG and try to, I think with the way that PSG played, I think checkpoint might be the better solution for them in this map. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, in that match, the first quarterfinal, we've seen them lose by a huge lead. But
Yeah, Checkpoint's definitely a map where, I think everybody knows everything about it. I feel like strategy or like a game plan isn't as important as it is in Billstown. And yeah, I think whoever's shooting better probably wins this map. It
All right,
just
there's
kind of comes down
scavengers in
to
the area. Stick close
Yeah,
and
again,
keep
I
an
think-
eye out.
popping off.
Copy.
in terms of setting up on this map, it's not very. It's not the biggest thing, I don't think, because setups are easily pushed here.
Yeah, you have like two power positions, I would say.
Watch my
Like the
back.
fire truck is usually pretty good.
Okay,
And then you have
got
like the balcony, but like I think we all know how to, break those setups
Of
at this
course,
point.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think whoever's just kind of like really shooting good on this map wins it. Just kind of have to slay out here.
Now Destro are playing a little more passive. They're not pushing out.
And I don't love this, to be honest, because we saw them on Billstown open up with a. I mean, they took top, they took all of Clock Tower,
Look out, rifle!
and you can get away with not playing super aggressive on Billstown, but maybe they're just kind of delaying it because they are pushing out. They're not sitting back
Smoke's
too
away!
much
You
now.
see the smoke from him, Kelly. Getting a stun.
That always hurts when you're blessed with the smoke from the top and
I'm
you
here.
get it.
One down.
Again, you see a burst against the Semi. Semi does not have a chance against the not
I'm
upgraded.
wounded.
Semi is quite against the burst. Now they are getting pushed, and after that one kill, they will play really aggressive to get that squad wipe.
One down.
And of course, first squad wipe goes for Destro.
Yeah, the semi-auto just has no chance right there against the burst.
Especially he didn't
Yeah.
have even any cover at all, so it's quite hard.
It's just kind of like, in the game to make, burst players feel better about themselves because they're probably gonna win every gunfight.
Of course, if the burst player doesn't do as good, then okay, almost we've just seen the semi jam from Rodrigo, as we were saying, almost letting Flamesy get away and potentially getting a headshot on Rodrigo.
Watch my back.
So we saw
Needs to get it.
Destro kind of opened up really slow in the first 30
Scratch one.
seconds, but then they kind of figured out which way PSG was
Finish,
going,
move out.
and they did kind of collapse on them. So I liked how they played that, and then they were able to pick off someone spawning in. So it's a nice lead
Now,
to start.
do you think that playing aggressive is in their favor here, or just Shaft Eagle just pushing in with the sniper? No one. Sniper pushing in first.
Yeah, that was questionable.
I'm not sure what is going on. I hope that he's keeping composed now. That's another squad wipe. He really needs to relax. I think if anything, the sniper should stay back and cover his teammates rather than be the first to push in.
Finish. Move out.
Yeah, I think Destro, you remain aggressive here, but you stay smart. Like, kills are important, obviously, but if you just limit their boxes, know where they are, and just make it very difficult for them. Like, I could see this being like a huge win for Destro.
I mean, they're playing really good right now, pushing from
Hold on.
spawn to
I
spawn,
can
being
patch you up.
patient, waiting in the spawn, and this is what we expected
Look, you got my
PSG to
back.
do from on Billstown, but now
Oh,
Destro is doing
God.
exactly that. Shaft Eagle trapped in the middle behind the van.
I
think
don't
Shaft-
like that their sniper is the furthest up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, really. As I said, I hope they are keeping composed. They only lost one map. This is a best of 5. Smoke coming in from Shaft Eagle.
Don't worry, I got you.
And Shaft is a great sniper, but there's only so much you can do when.
It's a bit of lag going on right now. I think we might have to switch to the second POV from Shaft Eagle to catch the game.
Straggler. He's down.
All right, guys.
I think that,
Thankfully, nobody got booted.
yeah, that looks, this match looks a bit delayed. Hopefully we can just catch what's going on this match. Now Shaft did switch to the semi. I think he is trying to play a little more aggressive. Of course, we've seen this down there from Flamesley. If Rodrigo gets to revive, Shaft now pushing in with the smoke.
Smoke headed their way! Got smoke bomb! Bombs are
Bomb
gone.
getting thrown.
Smoke away.
No hit marker with the bomb. I'm not
That
sure if Shaft
room-
is...
That room is, it's very weird. You would think you're gonna get a smoke.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't always work. I mean, even from when I played, I've
I mean,
noticed
I
that
wonder
room,
if he's
there's
using
some
explosion
corners
mixer.
where you can get away.
I'm down.
Either, I'm not sure, but that was very weird, I must
Yeah,
say.
he
But
switched his loadout, so we're not really sure
Lucky you got
what
my
he has
back.
on it.
now Himkilly did lag out.
Oh, he did.
I'm not sure if they are looking for a rematch here or not.
Finished. Move out.
Let's just give it a few minutes to check what the teams decide to do. Now, it is completely up to Shaft Eagles team on what they want to do. If they agree to a rematch, then Destro can rematch. Otherwise, they will have to continue playing. Seems like they are agreeing to a rematch right now. See, this stream is a little more delayed here. But they're still continuing to play. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hey, come on.
One down. Okay, got it.
For some reason,
Smoke out!
in the finals, there's always these situations that happen with someone lagging out. There's some sort of curse in the finals going on right now. Shaft did ask the team for a rematch, but they're not going back, so I wonder if they changed their mind.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what their decision is.
I mean, we can see Shaft now spot, like, you know, pushing in and getting Destro in the spawn, so maybe he changed his mind.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously, last season, Destro benefited from this, and I mean, depending on what their decision is, they might be the ones that, you know, lost the player this time around. But hopefully it doesn't, like,
Smoke them out!
happen again. Or
It is quite unfortunate, but you know, Desh are up by one map, so I don't think this will affect them much. And it's not like it was a final map like the previous players we've seen, so they can definitely.
right, but it
come back
was
from this.
20 to 13.
It was a huge
Destro was
lead,
kind of
yeah.
cruising, and you know, being up 2-0, you have to win one more map, and you know, all of a sudden we're gonna be in a tie series.
Very, very unfortunate for Desh.
One less straggler to worry about.
I mean, it is still close.
Yeah, but I think as time goes on here, it's gonna be just difficult to keep up 2v3. It really is.
Especially on checkpoint at a smaller map, it's just not much you can do.
I mean, we saw how quickly that lead evaporated the moment they lost the player. So
Look out, rifle!
Now, in the messaging group, of course, we have a group for these players to discuss their time, and of course, you know, Shaft Eagle asked for a rematch. Destro said yes, please go back. But the hosts are PSG. I don't think that they're going back. It is completely up to them if they don't want to go back. Now, Rodrigo getting a nice kill on Shaft Eagle.
Look out! That's one down.
there's nothing much we can say in this situation. I think it is
Yeah,
quite
no,
obvious
we're-
who's gonna win.
I think we're just watching along with everybody else here. I mean, if there was some sort of way that you can like somehow pull this off, you know, maybe we would talk about it. But like, it's really just not possible. Like we're talking about finals, and you're down a player. You know, now they lost their lead. It's
Yeah, if anything, PSG don't even have to push here.
right. With everybody at this skill level, yeah, you're just not winning a 2v3.
Now, there's nothing that we can do to change in the rematch or whatever they decide. Of course, you know, the rules just are in place for a situation like this. I know Destra were on the lead and they lagged out,
Move out.
but it's still sometimes, you know,
Yeah,
if there was a rule where, you know, someone lags out and then we give them a rematch,
One less
then
hunter to worry
I
about.
think that would be abused, and some players will definitely use it to their advantage to get rematches even while losing.
Well, unfortunately, in Last of Us, there's no way to, you know, make sure everybody has the same equipment they had and parts and all that. So even making the score the same wouldn't be a.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same match. Of course, it'll be a completely different match.
One less to worry about. Bombs
I mean,
armed, careful.
I am
Hunter,
very
look
interested.
alive.
Of course, we can't hear the players, but I wonder if this motivates Desha to play even better. I mean, they are playing perfectly right now, but you know, not getting that rematch might annoy some players, or it might motivate them to play even better. I just hope that doesn't.
Well, this team won last season. They made it to finals this season. You know, they've been tested. This is definitely going to be another test for them to see if they can put it away. They're probably going to really want to open up next map strong, just to, you know, maybe calm any nerves they have that, you know, they lost the map. They probably were going to win easily.
Yeah, of course, and they're playing absolutely amazing against PSG. So I don't think they will have, you know, an issue doing that again, unless the composure is lost by the players.
The key for them is just to have the same mindset they had going into this, instead of thinking about the disconnection, you know.
Yeah, of course, and I think this is something we discussed in me and you, actually. I think being in the right mindset in these competitive matches is a huge thing.
Yeah, especially when something like unfair happens to you. I mean, obviously, you know, losing a player, it's very easy to dwell on it, but you know, it's not going to change the outcome. You know? Just they were playing well, you know, take it off and just go back to what they were doing.
Take point. Got a iced. I can't see.
What is the next map? I believe.
Next map is the
I'm wounded. Gotta patch myself up.
Okay.
I need some meds. Watch my
One less
six.
hunter to worry about.
Down. Hold on, I'll patch you up. Keep an eye out. Move out. Scratch one.
So obviously, Damn,
Finish.
Another-
Move out.
staple of competitive. Everybody knows what to do on Damn.
Right there.
I think, you know, I think a map like Damn is actually good for Destro because, you know, again, very straightforward. You don't have to like overthink it. So I think
Only a
that
few
helps
left.
like when you
Cut
come
'em
off like a
down.
bad situation and you have like a map like Damn. instead of
yeah.
something like
Yeah, of course.
Billstown University, where you have to. I feel like your composure matters a little bit more there, because we saw how easy it is to throw away a lead.
Down one!
And of course, I think all these players played Tila long enough to know these maps. I think Checkpoint and the Dam, I mean, I would assume they are everyone's favorite everyone loves playing them, everyone knows what to do. It's pretty straightforward, really, and like you said, unlike, you know, maps like Billstown University.
I think that what I'm saying is, like, a map like that, I think, you know, helps them get over feeling like, man, we kind of got robbed here.
Yeah, of course. With the Dam, also, you know, we saw Shafty switch to the semi. I wonder if he's gonna go back to his sniper.
I'm assuming he's gonna go back to his sniper here. You know, he's a really good sniper. The semi kind of seemed like desperate.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
yeah.
I think now he can, you know, be like, okay, it's 1-1. Let's go back to what we do. Let me see if I can start hitting some of these shots. Because credit to Destro, like, you know, again, a good sniper still needs an opportunity to hit his shots, and it didn't seem like they were giving him a lot of windows to do anything. So, you know, damn, it's a pretty long lane. I can see him
Yeah, I mean,
doing
that's
some
the thing.
damage there.
As long as he doesn't do what he did on Checkpoint, which is pushing first of his teammates, I think he would be okay. And also, I think PSG might have somewhat got more confidence from this match, even though one of the members of Destro did lag out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure if we were to ask, you know, Shaft, does he think he should be the leading member of the charge with a hunting rifle? Sure, he'd agree with us. So it seemed like a little bit of a, you know, they were just being pressed and making some mistakes, and now they have a chance to regroup.
Just give me a second as I try to pull him kill his POV here.
Já vai ter que sair.
Ó, desmutei a live aqui, ó. Tem 42 pessoas assistindo. O negócio foi o seguinte: a partir da hora que.
Maybe he needs to send you a new link.
That was just sent. Actually, I'm not. A lot of confusion is going on right now. All right, we're gonna take a short break to sort the issues out, and we'll be back very shortly.
Stop this gravity, it keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Stop this gravity, 'cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
Alright, we're back. This is map 3. We have Destro's POV. Hopefully, no more connection issues. Let's have a smooth third map.
Yeah, we can only hope. I think Destro's gonna have the top spawn here, judging by the other games. So
You know these spawns better than I do. I can never figure them out.
Watch your asses. Reports show hunters are in
well,
the
there you
area.
go. I was right.
Copy.
As always.
I do think this is the better side for getting to middle.
I mean, I do prefer this side to the middle.
Well, if anybody wants this spawn, just tank your KD, and you will have it, because that's how it works.
I mean, they are playing aggressive here. We see both teams are pushing up to the middle.
Now I wonder
I can imagine
how many people from PSG were able to hit a box here, because like I said, they do get here a little bit later. We know Destro hit the first box.
Oh.
Ooh.
Screen, not sure what's going on. Hopefully no lag.
You had to check a message, it was important.
In the middle of the playoff final.
He's just that confident, you know.
I mean, I think Desho must be pissed right now. You know, pushing in Rodrigo, making that smoke. A nice kill from him, Killy, going for that second kill with the burst. Now it's a 2-on-1. I think Killy needs to
be careful, he's really low here.
Revive at 0 instead of helping Maxi go for that kill. Guess they're down. I mean, he was very low. I think if Sinister just punched him, he would have got him, but of course, I don't think he was aware of that. Desho up by 2.
Yeah, I think he, you know, he made a very tough choice there, because, you know, he chose to revive instead of heal, and it worked out because it didn't seem like Sinister realized, like, hitting square once would have downed him.
Yeah, of course, and that's the thing, you know, he doesn't have revive. I'm really surprised he went for that revive instead of even help him Maxi or revive, healing, sorry.
I don't think PSG threw any smokes there, so like I was saying, you know, the top side lets you hit that box and get there around the same time, whereas I think PSG just had to kind of push straight in.
And that's the thing with these smokes, they open a lot of these engagements, especially, I think, especially at the start of the dam. I see 2 members of PSG are on pipes.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the map that shows off the strength of smoke bombs more than any. I mean, they're strong on every map, but
I mean,
this one really...
2 smokes being thrown. Another smoke being thrown. Shaft stunned. Goes down now. Sinister has to back up. He does have a burst, so they gotta be careful with pushing the burst. I think they will definitely be careful. You know how powerful it can be. So as you can see, running around him, playing time. I think this is very, very good play from Destro. This is exactly what you need to do against the burst. And that's
yeah, that was perfect. You know, the burst takes advantage of people kind of running in sloppily. You know, just they took their time, danced around. Everybody took shots when they had a free shot at the guy and cleaned it up. Didn't lose anybody.
Yeah, it was perfect. You know, very good play from him, Killy, just baiting him and going around him while Rodrigo shoots him too. Killy
and Destro doesn't seem too phased by the disconnection. So we were talking about how they probably want to open up strong here to shake it off, and I think they're probably not even thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
just gonna win this map.
They just go over and it's like, you know, okay, well, you know, we lost the map, and it was kind of unfair, but it doesn't matter. We're just gonna come back and beat them. I mean, 11 minutes left, plenty of time, of course, for PSG to come back.
This is where you have to be careful if you're Destro, because you know the welfare is gonna kick in here, and the same way they were able to smoke push, they're gonna have to be ready for that coming back the other way. And we see him kill it with the counter, but you know, do they have enough to hold off the entire push?
Was in a smoke, and I think this side of the map is very difficult to set up. Rodrigo is rotating around. I think that might actually be a good play from them.
I like the rotation. I don't know if that smoke was necessary. Did he feel like he was going to lose a teammate there? Because he didn't
I think Maxi
accomplish
got out of the
much.
way beforehand, so I don't know.
Because he's
Smoke on him, killing. They knew he was there. But he's left on 3 members. I think, you know, he could have rotated with his team, but he also bought time for his team, so it was quite difficult. And of course, you know, PSG knew exactly where he was. You know, staying alone against 3 members of PSG, which I think they're all really good players. They can all land headshots. They can all land, you know, a smoke, of course. So I wonder if Himkili made a mistake here, which gave up only 1 life. It's not a lot,
right. It was
but
1 life. They were able to rotate away. My only problem with his play was definitely I didn't feel like that smoke needed to go out because when you have the lead, you're not going to get a lot of throwables. So, you know,
yeah, we can see him hitting the boxes, no throwables now. He's left with nothing.
I'm sure he would love to have that smoke now.
Yeah, and this is exactly when you need it. I think PSG are going to make a little more aggressive push here with smokes. Rodrigo is on the left alone. They do spot him now, throwing in a smoke. Rodrigo gets out of the way. Now I'm very impressed with how Rodrigo avoids these situations, rotates around, goes down. Himkili's trying to get that down, but couldn't land a 1 burst. Now this is where they get pushed with a lot of throwables, and if Himkili had the smoke in this situation, he would have definitely
Yeah, he probably would have threw it on top
that
of
and got it
barrels.
sooner and not going down, of course. Max is trying to get this execution. Press triangle, almost not getting that execution. Of course, now this is where the spawn trap starts.
And although Rodrigo was able to avoid the smoke on the left side, I never liked when my teammates pushed up too far on the left side. Usually a good team isn't going to get caught off guard there. So it's almost not worth pushing past those barrels in that situation.
And also, one of those issues was, you know, Rodrigo pushed up on the left, but Himkili didn't have a smoke to help him if he would to get smoked. So it was kind of, you know, 2 different plays at the same time. Rodrigo is left alone. Himkili trying to, you know, see if someone is coming up behind him, but it is very tough to survive when you are.
They still have the lead here, though. Oh, he just went down.
It's still a lead by 1.
Right. And I think the only reason why you know, I'm pointing out the smoke is we noticed how PSG's 2 very small mistakes that you would never think would lose you a map cost them Billstown. You know, I'm curious to see what that 1 smoke, what the effect of it is on Damp for Destro. They might be able to overcome it.
He's left alone now. Rodrigo has to get back in, and that's it. Another smoke coming in. Has thrown in the back.
I need some meds. Watch my
You know,
steps.
this is
They're able to
good.
get the res there, though, so they're
mean,
still okay.
Yeah, this is good. PSG wasted the smoke.
I'm assuming PSG doesn't have much more. We've seen them throw a lot now. That you know, in my head, that seems like the extent of the welfare they probably got for going down early. So I think that most of these fights are going to be straight up now until some more boxes get hit.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I also didn't see Rodrigo throw any smokes. No Maxi. So a bomb coming in from Shaft, trying to shoot it, doesn't get that down. I've seen Shaft shoot a lot of these bombs, even with the 9mm. Yet to get any downs with them. This is a very, very tough situation. I think Destro are in. I think, you know, a smarter play is maybe just going at the back, setting up at the back. Because here you can get smoked. Now, PSG do have the majority of the map, so they can go back and wait. They get nice team shooting on Shaft Eagle, and that's the thing. You gotta be careful when you're a sniper.
That was very well done.
It's beautiful. You know, Himkili pulling out the revolver, just relying on that team shooting. Revolver is, of course, better with that distance.
It's very important for them to get into the middle of the map here. Ooh, they
Coming
just
down.
lost a guy, though.
Maxi manages to get that down. That was very, very huge from Maxi. Now pushing the Sinister Heaven, getting that down. Beautiful play from Destro. Well executed. After getting that down, they decided to push and make it, you know, an even bigger lead.
Yeah, you know, Destro was in a bad spot, and you know, they didn't panic, and they were able to team shoot Shaft, trying to go probably back off, and now they have middle, and they were able to hit a box. Maybe they have some utility now.
And I think we've seen this quite a lot from Destro. They get out of difficult situations. Now taking Shaft down, and now it's 3 members of Destro pushing in. I think that was just Shaft alone here.
That's just the mark of a very good team. You're not always going to be in a perfect position. You know, the other team is very good as well, but they're able to just, you know, even though they lost some of their lead, they were able to just bring it back once PSG didn't have enough utility to
And now,
keep pushing in.
you know, Destro have a huge lead. I think Himkilly does have a smoke. Now, he will use it to counter smoke. I think 2 smokes being thrown in, but counter smoke from Himkilly doesn't stun anyone, but still, you know, PSG couldn't make that push. It is very difficult to push the pipes from that way when no one smokes. Getting pushed by 2 members of PSG with hit sticks, you can't survive that one. Again, Destro in a difficult situation now. Rodrigo getting it down, and Maxi smoking, getting that revive. Rodrigo going for that second down. Beautiful play from Rodrigo, now pushing in. Again, I think another difficult situation that they get out of, but just by relying on each other. You know, Maxi getting Rodrigo up so fast and pushing in.
Yeah, that was amazing. Honestly, like, you know, Himkilly goes down there, and I really liked how PSG started that push, but they were just able to weather the storm and get that revive, and they didn't lose too much there. Actually, they grew their lead.
My God, you know, that one smoke from Maxi made huge difference. Oh my God, what a
They
spawn!
bought them the time they needed, and now they have a.
I'm not sure what happened here.
PSG.
Himkilly saw PSG, but I'm not sure if he called them out for Maxi. Maxi going down. Again, a burst against the Semi. Semi does not have a chance against Himkilly. 3 minutes left. Huge lead.
Obviously, the semi-auto there, you know, you want to use the corner, but
yeah,
they're down, so they don't have the ability to just take as much time as they want in these fights. So you overextend a little bit, and the burst is just gonna, you know, destroy you. There's really not much you can do there.
And we saw, you know, the burst landed 0 headshots, but still managed to get that down over the Semi. Rodrigo and Himkilly are, you know, doing really good. I think even though Maxi has 1 down, there's a lot of team shooting with the sniper, and of course that smoke and revives. You know, I don't think these matches are dependent on how many downs you get. We've said this a lot of times. Comp matches are more like teamwork, of course.
Yeah, we've seen him play multiple situations now on this map alone very well, and even though, you know, he doesn't have the downs to show for it, you know, the team score is really all that matters.
I think this match is definitely going for Destro. 2 minutes left. I don't see PSG coming back from this one. Destro playing really good together. You know, not aggressive, not passive, just in the middle. Knowing what to do in these situations. Very big for them. Smoke coming in from Maxi. Doesn't get a stun. You know, we see Himkilly not going for that fight, just playing more time. And now Maxi goes down. You know, this is what you want to see. You know, when your teammates go down, you just leave that whole engagement to try to survive, waste more time. And this is exactly how they win these matches.
And he showed that patience on Billstown. Like, I didn't mention it, but there was a couple times where he could have probably took some shots, especially when they were holding garage right near the end. And he was just like, you know what? I don't need to do this. I'm just gonna take as much time as possible, because once it hit the 20-second mark, there wasn't gonna be any more spawns. They knew they were gonna win. They were up by 4, and he did it again here. Just get out. He dies anyways, but a lot of time was wasted.
Exactly, and you know, 50 seconds left. This match is over. I don't see PSG doing anything. Himkill did spawn strategist.
Right, you have about 25 seconds to squad wipe them here, where they would still respawn, and that's just not possible.
It didn't even happen. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
over.
it's not gonna happen. That was impressive, you know. Destro, they were up 20 to 13, lost a guy. They lose their first map of the series, come back and look very, very strong on Dam.
Wow, I mean, I am really impressed with how they're playing right now. It's absolutely impressive, honestly.
Finished.
Now, going into fourth map, it is Billstown again. We usually do the repeat of the three favorite maps in the final, just so you know everyone enjoys it as much as they can.
Let command know we're coming home.
Beautiful, beautiful, outstanding performance from Destro.
I think PSG, we're gonna know a lot by how they open up Billstown. You know, first map I didn't really like how they opened it up, and like we said, Flamesley kind of saved them with some clutch shots, and then they made a few mistakes and lost the map. But they can definitely win this if they just clean up a few things. They played well on Billstown.
Right, and this is of course their chance to change the way they played, the mistakes they did on Billstown. Now, if Destro do win this map, it will be over, and Destro will be winners of the Season 2 playoffs.
I mean, if Destro wins this, there's an argument to say that, you know, they won all four maps. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
So
of course, yeah.
it's a very, very impressive performance if they just come out here and win Billstown. But like I said, I did like a lot of what PSG was doing. They just made a few mistakes on Billstown, and you know they can even out the series again, and then anything can happen last map.
I mean, I would love to see a final map from both teams, of course. This is a best of 5. Destro are up by 2 maps. PSG only won 1 map. Where we saw.
Do you want to switch perspective here? Maybe see how PSG opens.
Definitely, let's do this.
Since they have the series on the line here for them. I'll be very happy if I see them actually get into Clock Tower this time, and maybe even send somebody upstairs. I don't know if playing that passively at the start is going to be beneficial for them.
Shaft Eagle, if Shaft Eagle, of course, gonna snipe, he has to learn from the mistake he made last time, which is over challenging Maxi. You know, on the other hand, we saw Destro whenever they take the lead, when they challenged, you know, we saw Maxi when he challenges, he actually gets that down with team shooting, and we've seen it on the damage, very effective.
Reports
So
show
let's
hunters
hope
are in
Shaft
the area.
Eagle knows, you know, the mistakes that were made, and fixes them. Now pushing straight into Clock Tower. Skipping this box. This is exactly what you have to do, especially on this side of the map. Now see, again, this is a similar play, but I think PSG had decided to play a little more aggressive, going to the top now.
I don't know how this is going to end up, but I like this from PSG. This is what you have to do. If you're better than them, you go up there and fight them.
Yeah, very fast engagement here, but I do hope something happens. Rodrigo is at the broken wall. Of course, it would be very silly of him to peek the sniper. Him killing getting a first down on PSG.
Huge... Yep.
This is, you know, PSG are very trapped now.
Hold on.
Going for that revive, not being able to do it. A smoke coming in from Rodrigo. Smoke and Sinister Evan. Now Shaft has to back up. He knows it's over for his teammates. Has to back up and survive as long as he can. Going for that headshot, misses it. So trying to like buy as much time as he can, you know. 7 seconds for his teammate to spawn in. Wishing him killing, going for that headshot. That's the thing with the sniper close up. It's a little more harder to do anything. I mean, I think he should have switched to an 9mm maybe just to get that down, but of course.
It's just very well played by Destro. Himkilly doesn't over challenge, even though he has the burst there. He waits for the guy to come up behind him. Obviously, Shaft turns around, he would come up and shoot him in the back. So either way, you get shot in the back. They just sandwiched him, and they just play it so well.
So impressive seeing how Destro, consistently play well as a team, and so much patience. I think, I would love to hear how they communicate and the plans they show, but of course we don't have that. Now Flamesy, I think, tried to trade, but no execution from him. Now Sinister Heaven pushing in alone, and now this is exactly where PSG have to be careful, not pushing in one by one. Shaft left going alone in this situation again. A sniper always last to die. It's just not good.
Yeah, this is tough. They're not together, and they had two people together, but Shaft wasn't helping at all in that fight. Not that it's his fault. It's just they have to take engagements where all three of them are actively fighting.
Yeah, I think when you have a sniper on your team, you gotta use him to your advantage. Of course, always try to talk to him, tell him we're making a push here. Can you cover us? Some sort of play where the sniper is involved. It is very important, and I think the burst going down at first is just not good for PSG. And I mean, the Destro game playing really patient.
Bombs armed. Look alive.
One from PSG. I don't think anyone is inside. They all left the building. Oh, they're going. I mean, I'm wrong. They'll spot someone with bigger trying to get out of the way. Man just go outside now. Shaft is kind of trapped in, gets the down. This is what I'm talking about. The way he avoid these.
Rodrigo played that so well. So he's in the staircase where he can't be helped by his teammates. He throws a smoke to get outside. The smoke didn't do anything, but it bought him the time to get outside, and now he's fighting in an area that his teammates can cover him.
I mean, I love watching how he avoided all of this, went outside, and it's just perfect plays. I think PSG coming on top of this engagement though. Again pushed. Running at the back now. Shaft Eagle turning around, going for that spawn trap. I think they might have spawned on the left. Or maybe back at the church, I'm not sure. I highly doubt it. Destro wasted as much time as they can there. Again, I think this is where PSG are back in the game. I think Rodrigo already in the clock tower, surprising Shaft Eagle and getting that down. Again, Rodrigo, very patient player. I don't think Shaft was aware of where Rodrigo was, of course. Otherwise, he wouldn't have taken that box.
Very patient, but also very aggressive. Not sitting in the back waiting for his team to spawn like a lot of people would do. He pushes into clock tower, and I think that's what catches people off guard. You assume that he's probably waiting for his team to spawn, but no, he was there and gets a free down.
Yeah, of course, he broke that spawn trap by getting out of the spawn and just waiting somewhere not inside his spawn where he can be trapped. And on the other hand, he managed to get a kill. And now 9 minutes left. Flamesy and Sinister Heaven on top of the clock tower. Shaft Eagle on the same is trying to cover his teammates.
So we saw Destro in this situation map 1. They were down pretty much the same amount with even less time. It was about 7 minutes. So PSG definitely has the time. And like I said, you want to keep pushing, in a smart way and chip away at the score instead of just, continuing to wait for a pick or something.
It's a nice smoke getting this stun. I mean, I gotta tell you though, I've yet to see PSG come back from any sort of lead that Destro had, except of course for that 2v3 match. Again, Shaft is alone. His teammates are fighting. He's not much help at the moment.
Yeah, if they do wanna come back for the first time, since you said they haven't done it before, they're definitely gonna have to fight together. When we see them fight together, they're just as good as Destro, but they're taking a lot of fights. 2v3, 1v2, and that's why they keep losing a lot.
Yeah, and this is him killing got that smoked, but You know, he couldn't push in because Shaft was there. That's what we're talking about. Shaft was there to cover his teammates. That's the reason
shot.
why the whole team survived. It's a beautiful down, and this is going very close. Another headshot, body shot from Rodrigo on Shaft Eagle. My God, Rodrigo is doing a great job with these single downs on Shaft Eagle to try to keep this lead.
But to PSG's credit, they traded well there. You know, they were down 4, now they're down 2. They just need to keep doing that and take a lead. I mean,
it is very close.
there was
right
nothing
now.
wrong with what they did there. I would have liked to see them fight together more, but the result is, you know, they're down 2 instead of 4. So I think that was a good couple minutes for them right there.
And of course, Destro are at the back of the spawn, so I think PSG are in a very comfortable position to take as much time as they want. You know, all they need is one squad wipe. You know, take boxes, make sure you have enough smokes, enough health kits to make this push. I see Shaft now crafting 2 health kits.
They're still sticking with this 2-1 strat. It's like, you know, Shaft seems like he's afraid of his teammates. Like he tries his hardest to stay as far away as possible from them.
I'm very confused why the sniper is always alone. Shaft smokes himself, manages to get out of the way, but now goes down. Very unfortunate for Shaft Eagle, managing to get that smoke over the top. I mean, again, if he was with one of, you know, if his teammates, they would have definitely been able to help him, but he was alone. Now they are pushing Rodrigo, getting that down, not getting the revive in time. And Shaft Eagle is having a really bad game right now.
And if you're gonna have, I mean, his teammates have been able to win their situations, and that's why they're staying in the game. I think if you're gonna have someone playing that style, I mean, I would prefer it to be the burst.
Right? Yeah. I 100% agree with that. You know, the burst can be left alone, but the sniper being left alone, and especially in these close-up gunfights, is quite hard. Beautiful headshot from Maxi, getting that down on Sinister Heaven. Flamesy going down, and again Shaft being left. Now he has to fight off 2 members of Destro. Beautiful headshot. Now going for that execution instead, trying to get that kill. Don't think that was the best decision right there. I mean, again, I think that was their best chance to come back.
They still have a lot of time. They have a lot of time.
Enough time, yeah. I think Shaft Eagle
They
needs
just need
to
to
realize...
figure. If they keep doing what they're doing, though, they could have all the time in the world. It's not going to work. They need to just change up their
they
approach.
Have to change up. I mean, Shaft needs to realize what he's doing is just not working. I mean, he's dying quite a lot, more often than his teammates. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about what I'm seeing from Shaft Eagle. I'm very surprised. And I wonder if it's just the composure from Shaft Eagle or just bad team play altogether. Now Flames are being left alone. Always very separated. Everyone just doing their own thing.
They got about 5 minutes left. They're gonna need to understand that they probably want to get on the same side of the map and have 2 guys push in, let Shaft stay behind them, and try to like help them in their fights. I mean, they can still do this, but they can't keep losing lives, you know, 1 by 1 alone. That's really what kills you.
Yeah, of course, and it is quite disappointing to see that PSG are not being able to again play together. I mean, I've seen them play. I know they can play way better than this. I've seen the semifinals and the quarterfinals. I mean, this is what now they're starting to play together right now. Shaft Eagle did go down, but they did manage to get 2 kills now. And that's exactly what we're talking about, getting that squad wipe. Even though Shaft Eagle did go down, and this is their chance to again come back. I think plenty of time.
Right, in that situation, you know, Shaft didn't do anything there, but when the attention was on him, his teammates were able to, you know, wipe the rest of the team.
One extra play and the engagement makes a lot of difference.
And that's just what comes from playing together.
They're only down by 4, and Flamesy going down, taking those challenges 1-on-1. I think we keep repeating what we're saying, but they are still together. They can definitely pull this through. And great play now.
Nice
Shafty,
shots. Yep.
great play. Shafty even throwing in that bomb, making him run away, and then Sinister even just finishing it off. This is it. 3 minutes left. There you go, getting it down, but Sinister Evan manages to trade.
Hold on, I'll patch you up.
He's playing really possibly with his teammate, and again, you know, playing together now. This is it. Now it's a tie game. This is exactly what we wanted to see from the beginning. They changed the way they started playing, and now this is a tying game. Even though Shaft is going down in these matches, it doesn't matter. He is helping by his teammates just by being there.
Right, we saw the difference when he went down alone. They started losing by more, and when he started, you know, engaging in fights with his team, although he was still going down, they were able to tie it up. They were able to trade effectively. So I'm impressed that they were able to, in the middle of the match, make that change and tie it back up.
100%, really impressive to come back from such a lead. Even though, you know, especially Shaft, I think, you know, he did kind of realize that he's playing alone. So he's trying to push in and help his teammates now. Get that sneaky body shot under the truck. Well, a foot shot. Managed to get it. I mean, Destro are not in the best situation. They can definitely get out of this one, but I think PSG may even go for a tie game. I mean, you know, me personally, I don't know about you, X-Shot, but when I'm up by 2 maps and it's a tight game, I would assume that the other team might push, but you know, I don't want to risk giving up this map and going to the final map.
Yeah, I don't know what Destro's utility looks like, if they have some smokes and bombs, but you know, you've been playing well all series. I would like to see him go for the win here. Push something, see if you can find one guy. You've been playing well all map. I mean, all series. It'd be nice to see them try to go for the win here and just end it. I think a tie here, you know, I think PSG figured out some stuff they were doing wrong. You know,
Yeah,
Shaft had a bad game. Is he going to have another one? You know, maybe a tie gives PSG an opportunity to get back in the series.
Yeah, so, you know, Shaft Eagle played bad. Maybe next time, you know, he plays even better, and that might not be good for Destro. You know, Destro, they played good, but, you know, they started playing a little more like they started showing themselves and taking a lot of gunfights, staying, you know, instead of just staying at the back or trying, you know, hold these boxes.
Yeah, so I mean, this is over. They're definitely gonna go for the tie here.
Yeah, no risks. I think this engagement could go either way if it did happen.
Retreat and save yourself.
But of course, if PSG do, you know, lose that engagement, it's over for them. On the other hand, if Destro lose it, it's not over.
Yeah.
They have a final map to get on.
Right. Like again, I don't know what their situation looked like. But if they did have some stuff, I would have liked to see him go for it. But it seems like you know, Destro does seem to be patient. They have some sort of strategy where they're gonna, you know, play together, and maybe they're just confident if they run this back, they can end it here.
Yeah, of course, and you know, going back to that 2v3 map, maybe they just don't want to risk another loss. We're not sure exactly. Of course, when a tie game happens, they must repeat the same map. And this is a best of 5 for the finals. Winner I mean, who just wins the finals? The season 2 playoff finals. Going back to the season 1 again. Destro were the winners of the season 1 of TLOU Esports ladder. They are once again in the finals, trying to get another playoff win.
Yeah, 2 in a row. It'll be impressive.
Really impressive. I mean, you know, we have a beta season, you know, the first season ever on TLOU Esports, which One Blood took it, but then now Destro just really strong team. You know, I would love to see One Blood against Destro. It would be very interesting for sure. But I mean, these finals.
I think, you know, there were some question marks with the last season. You know, they did win off of a. I'm not saying they wouldn't have won it anyway, but they won off of a disconnection. So, you know,
they can definitely redeem themselves.
They can really
here.
prove themselves here and say like it wasn't a fluke.
And you know, in the first round on the quarterfinals of this season, they did play against Polices, the same team they went against in the finals, and they managed to win 3-1. But there was one member of Polices that was new to the team. So I mean, they are a really strong team, but you know, of course, the season 1 playoffs was quite disappointing in the final.
So what do you think, Believe? You think we see the classic again? Everybody's gonna go clock tower, or do they switch it up?
I mean, I would assume yes. Rodrigo might go to Broken Wall again. See how that goes.
Be interesting to see like
There's
PSG
scavengers
try
in
to
the area.
just go
Stick close and keep an
get
eye
him
out.
out and see if he reacts properly and gets out, or you know, maybe they can.
Right. Maybe going for that
Interesting.
snipe. You can see that might be Rodrigo. Same play, possibly. Now Shaft Eagle trying to cover his teammates, but he also has to be really careful because he can get pushed from Rodrigo if that is Rodrigo.
Straggler!
Of course, you know.
Well, now they know
teams are
he's
getting
here
covered.
for sure.
Yes, you know, both teams are getting covered from Sames and Broken Wall. I think whoever dies, you know. Beautiful headshot from Shaft Eagle.
Yeah,
Turning
he was
that
caught off guard
around.
there, and he
My
just
God.
hit him in the head.
Wow. Of course, a little bit of teabag for that headshot.
I mean, they should probably win a map cleanly first before they start teabagging. Just my.
I mean, yeah, I mean, again, you know, it's a bit too early to teabag in these matches.
It was a nice shot though.
He was looking at the scoreboard while getting shot. I think Rodrigo went in. I mean, I honestly think he's semi-jammed again. I really think he's semi-jammed again because he was.
He probably would have downed him with like a revolver and IMO, to be honest.
Yeah, I would assume so. Names are getting another down now, getting pushed. Really good play now. PSG are up by 1 squad wipe.
That was a clean engagement. I mean, Shaft hit that headshot, and they were finally in a 3v2, and they took their time and, you know, wiped them cleanly. Didn't lose anybody. It's good to see that from them.
Yeah, and I think, you know, PSG changed the way they played, but Destro did not. And I think PSG countered their play style that way. I mean, I honestly think Rodrigo should have definitely gotten that down, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
lucky. It could have went. He should have 100% gotten.
he
that
caught
down.
him off guard, so you know it's not like it was perfectly executed. But you know, I don't know what happened with that semi, and he hit a clean headshot there. So
Put the semi away. The semi without upgrades is just yeah, very unfortunate for Rodrigo.
But you know, we saw Destro go down early in Billstown map 1, so we know they can come back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Destro tried to come up with a game plan before they push up randomly. Where they all are. Now we can see Shaft Eagle is challenging, going for these challenges. I mean, even if you get it down here, can you actually execute? That's what I just, you know, I don't understand why you would challenge here. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, actually. You know, if he just stays down and, you know, keeps his ammo, keeps his health kits, I think it's definitely better for his team and benefits them later on.
Yeah. So I mean, are you talking about Shaft challenging or?
Shaft, yes, 100%.
I mean, I think it can go either way. You know, if the other team doesn't have Reviver, you can kind of push across that bridge if you really want to. But then again, you have the lead, so maybe not the best idea to take a risk. But at the same time, you know, if he hits some body shots, we were talking about
Body
keeping
shots
the health
definitely
kits
good.
low.
I mean, Shaft does have one health kit. That's the thing. I think if Shaft does go down, I think it would benefit them even more. Getting shot in the back by Rodrigo Flamesy, unaware of where he were. Now just getting picked apart, and I'm telling you, these setups are not the best that I've seen.
Watch my back. Okay, got it.
I think not the whole building was covered. You know, if someone waits downstairs, has to be aware of every single side, and it's quite difficult now. Sinister
And it's exactly what happened last time. They lost someone on the same
Bombs armed,
staircase.
careful.
I mean,
just a repeat of same mistakes.
Hunter!
Rodrigo getting pushed, goes down. Nice play
Nothing to
right
worry
there from
about.
Sinister and Shaft Eagle playing
Someone
together
cover me
to
while
get
I take care of
Rodrigo.
this.
yeah, I'm surprised Rodrigo pushed that far up without, you know, nobody else to help him.
Hunter!
Rodrigo, like Shaft Eagle going for the spawn trap and leaving Sinister upstairs alone. Now we can see Destro might be pushing Sinister.
Straggler, look alive! Okay, got it.
Going downstairs now at the bottom of Clock Tower, might go to the back. Avoiding the whole engagement, backing off. And I think this is good for Destro at the same time because they are making them push back to, you know, at the back of the map, and
Right, over there.
it doesn't give them white space. And Shaft is challenging. He doesn't have any health kits. There is no health kits at the back instead of the truck. And that's what I'm talking about. No health kits. Has to run to this truck with gloves.
Yeah, he's on low health. He
And
could have
this
got
is-
out of there.
well, this is
They,
what
they
we
should
keep
rotate. They
saying.
should rotate into Sammy's here. You don't want to be stuck in garage here. I don't think it's a good play. I think 3 men push into Sammy's and just rotate back. If you lose the middle of the map, it's not the best thing.
Yeah, at the back, you know, with 8 minutes left, it's quite a lot time to figure out where they are. I see Shaft going to the semis now.
Smokes away! Finished. Move out.
I see Flamesley waiting at the bottom alone. I think this might be good, and also could be bad. I mean, I think Shafts can cover him if they do cross over, but I wonder if you know, someone is at the top clock tower, might shoot at Shaft Eagle. Now Shaft Eagle going downstairs.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on how the fight goes. If they can help each other here. But if Flamesley gets caught isolated and they just die, that would suck for them.
Gotta be really careful here. I think they might be pushing Sinister.
I can't see!
And see, here's another issue. You know, if he picks somebody off there, that's fine. But, you know, he can't help his team.
It's so difficult in these situations. I think Destro playing really good.
I really would have liked to see PSG just push into Sammy's there like a minute ago, instead of setting up where they did.
It's like they got the lead and they just didn't know what to do with it, so they just went at the back, and just trying to run away and avoid, instead of, you know, taking that engagement and taking them down. They just avoid, and he just cannot avoid the team for 8 minutes. It's just not possible.
Yeah, now we have a tie game.
No, I wonder if Chef should maybe switch his weapon.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I mean you would know more than me. I don't know how comfortable he is with other stuff. I'm not super familiar, but
And I know he's been using the scope burst, but I'm not sure that's a good choice either. He can't play with a semi. Of course, his most comfortable weapon at the moment is the sniper, but Destro's just doing a good job of avoiding
Look
all
out,
his
right
shots.
ball.
As I was saying, he gets a headshot now, no execution.
does he get the? No, he doesn't get the finish. Yeah, scope burst. I mean, definitely get him to be more mobile than a hunting rifle.
Someone cover me while I take care of this.
Look at this nice
Take
shot
point.
through the window.
Gotta patch myself up.
It's 5 minutes left. A lot of time is being wasted. This is definitely the slowest match, I think. And I think a lot of people that watch these competitive matches that never actually participated in them wonder why, and people, play
One down.
quote-unquote camp. And you have to understand, playing in a match where all 6 players are good is quite hard. You don't just be running in because they will get you. Like it's all these players know how to shoot their guns. It's not difficult for them. So it all comes down to team play and of course
Move out.
making these smart decisions in a situation. Of course, map positioning is one of the biggest thing I think in competitive matches.
I mean, I totally agree with you, but just kind of like how the last map ended, I mean, Destro's been able to break the setups, when they're down almost every time. You have the map lead. Maybe you don't want to make the mistake, but I feel like they've taken their foot off the gas a lot, and they're just kind of hoping that PSG makes a mistake, and they're gonna win that way. But I would like to see them just go and take it, because I think they've proven when they were down that they can break a setup.
I agree with you too. I think PSG, I don't think they'll be able to make a push. I mean, with the way they are playing, as I said, they're avoiding a lot of these engagements, and it's just not working out for them. So, Destro have to use this to their advantage, to try to pick them off. And again, they're all setting up on the clock tower. It's just not the best decision. I don't think it's the best decision to all 3 set up on clock tower, 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs. I think Destro can definitely make this push and get pick off any members of PSG, but on the other hand, PSG might be a little more afraid to lose this map because as soon as they lose it, they're out.
Yeah, and like I said, we've seen Destro break this exact setup actually twice. So it'd be cool to see them just go take this win.
I mean, let's hope Shaft going alone here for the box isn't a mistake. And I think both teams don't get welfare from these boxes.
Yeah, they're tied. He didn't get anything out of it. But he's gonna go back. He's fine. Didn't get caught off guard or anything.
Okay, got it.
What do you think, Believe? Do you think we see a push, or do you think we're gonna end it 16-16?
I mean, if there was gonna be a push, it'll be from Destro. I don't think PSG are gonna make a push. I do think Shaft is getting a little impatient, so I think it would quite be. It would be funny if he does challenge and then gets team shot, and then that's how they lose.
Yeah, that would be something. I mean, it is finals, but you know, definitely in a normal comp match, I can feel his pain. Like you want to do something, but you don't want to be the reason why your team loses. But
Of course, yeah.
it can be pretty boring to be in this situation.
And there's more risk on his team. You know, mistake is just wouldn't benefit them. So, you know, I kind of like, you know, I kind of agree with what PSG are doing, just staying back. They really don't want to risk this. But at the same time, I think Destro should try to make this push.
Just by the way Shaft is moving around, you get the feeling like if they were up 2-1 in this situation, that they make this push. Like, he seems like he he wants to fight.
Does let's hope one of his teammates is calming him down in the party, and not go for this over challenge and gets executed, and that'll be very disappointing.
I do think the more you tie, the more nervous you get, and like the slower the matches get.
Yeah, I don't totally agree with this tie game. It's just that was like 5 minutes of just waiting. Again, this is final. I honestly, I don't blame both teams for playing this way. It's just, you know, they both want to win. It's just, you know, understandable. But I do think Destro should have made a push.
Yeah, I don't know if they should have made a push, but I mean, it definitely would have been more fun for us watching. But
You know,
they
within the
don't have to
first
play.
5 minutes, you know, make a push. Maybe, of course. Again, you know.
I just think they could have done it. If I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna lose the engagement, obviously don't make that push.
But
But they've proven that they can break the clock tower setup twice when they had to. So why not do it one more time and win the series?
And of course, you know, I don't think if PSG pushed, I think they would have lost that engagement. I really do. Because, you know, I think Clock Tower is like, you know, again, PSG were all just setting up inside Clock Tower. But on the other hand, I think Destro is kind of spread out and might have a better setup. And we haven't seen them break huge setups from Destro, really.
Do you think Shaft goes Sammy's here?
I think if he does go semis, then they might actually predict it. Maybe this time. I think Destro should definitely try to play for Shaft if he goes semis.
Keep the area for hunters, but be careful. Move out.
Check.
Looks like he's going semis for that cross map. Going straight to the top. Pushing in. Not even checking.
Has he checked his right? Yeah.
He hasn't checked anything, but Destro playing really aggressive.
I'm assuming Shaft got a call out that all three were there.
That's the only
but-
explanation I can think of. It's no other way. Like, you should, you know, just avoid that.
But Destro has the faster side, and when you know Shaft takes the risk of going this way, you know, he left them short-handed.
Ramsey gets
So-
a down. It's not enough to execute.
You know, we saw Shaft make the adjustment, and I think now Destro made the adjustment back.
Yeah, I think you have to keep changing it around to
Straggler, right
make it a
there!
little more difficult for the other team to, you know, predict your play. Again, we've seen these plays happen a lot. I mean a lot for years. So I don't think it's anything new. But Still, you know, all these small mistakes benefit each team quite a lot, and you know, in taking these engagements. Left Eagle is actually going for a flank on Destro. Beautiful headshot. Destro unaware where Shaft was. Beautiful headshot, body shot from Rodrigo. That semi executing Shaft Eagle.
Again, leading the, like, yes, the flank was beautiful. He gets the down. You know, I'd like to see him jump out the window there and just let his team come in.
Should have definitely waited for your team. You know, that was your chance to come back. Once again, just wait for your team. You know, you don't need to make a push alone. You are a sniper. Close-up gunfire are a bit more harder for you. And now PSG are going down about 1 by 1.
Straggler, look alive!
Flamesy gets it down, goes for the execution.
Yeah, Shaft got back and marked him. Definitely gonna help you a little bit in that gunfight.
Hawkeye is a very good perk to benefit all members of the team.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Flamesy going down. I think after getting that down, he's still staying in the clock tower where he's alone. And now Shaft Eagle, unaware of where him to is, gets an execution, but Sinister trades out the kill. I mean, I think, again, that benefits Destro more than, sorry, PSG.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left. You know, if you're trading 1 for 1, I think, you know, it doesn't really matter yet.
Sinister Evan does get another down. I mean, this match was definitely faster than the previous one.
And like that's gonna happen, right? Like, if the score is tied, it's gonna slow down. But if they keep trading, you know, one team is gonna have to keep pushing, and that's what keeps the score, you know, moving. They just happened to tie at 16 last game.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this whole game mode depends on kills. And another trade we see now. Same exact spot, and Shaft Eagle died in on Billstown from Rodrigo.
Hurry up! I don't have long.
Shaft Eagle might be having nightmares from this push.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna want to see that corner for a while after this.
My god. Destro have to now push out the spawn and keep them in the spawn. Shaft Eagle pushing out, playing. I wonder if he's gonna be pushing the diner here.
And this is where it gets hard for PSG, right? Like, you're no longer on one squad wipe to tie.
Yeah, of course.
So they're in a really bad spot because, like, if you don't trade well next fight, like, you might get blown out because you're gonna just have to start pushing the entire time.
As you can see, they just don't know what to do here. I think Destro are keeping them in the spawn. I'm not sure if they were making a push on the right side, but of course we don't have Flames' perspectives here. I mean, it would be beautiful if we have all players' perspective. Of course, that's not possible. Destro backing off.
I'm wounded. Hunter!
Max is switching over to the semi now. Doesn't seem like Destro using a sniper at all now, so I'd assume.
Maybe they decided they want to get more aggressive. That's it. They want to finish this.
They just want to finish this now. I think a lot of smokes. I mean, Sinister didn't get stunned, but Flamesy did. That was very weird. Shaft being left alone.
Hunter!
see a burst goes down again. That teamwork, just playing together, you know, getting that first down, then waiting for each other. You know, this is what we expected to see from Shaft Eagle when he got that flank. Should have waited for his team.
And I think it's important to note, you know, Rodrigo gets his revenge with the teabag there. You know, he's like, see, we can win the maps and teabag.
Teabag, yes.
So I think he was letting him know.
Teabag me, I teabag you back, but
You teabagged a little too early.
yep. And now he has a lead, a huge lead on potentially
lead.
the final map. PSG can come back from this, but it'll be very difficult. I think.
Yeah, no, they can definitely come back. There's enough time. But we've seen Destro do really good at managing the clock. And yeah, if they just don't play too passively,
Okay, got it.
I think they can just win this with a big score.
Now I wonder if teabagging Shafty makes him lose more composure. These are mind games coming through. They sure are getting pushed.
I honestly don't think it's that serious either way.
And plenty of time, of course. I think Desho are gonna try to back off now and see PSG are playing together, trying to make this push happen. Sees him killing. Really needs to be patient, but of course goes down with that one burst.
Nice shots.
Beautiful shot from him, Killy.
Hey, give me some
You see, this is what I like to see. He did go down, but you know that attempt of just not taking this 2-on-1. It's beautiful. Even though he had someone stunned, so I think he still managed to get like another down, but tried to play it safe and went down.
Move out.
Right. But I'd like to see him just go for the execution there, because
Definitely, yes.
his life will no longer matter then, because it's just a 1-1 trade and you have a big lead.
Hunter, over there.
This is it. This is the moment where PSG are coming back on them really hard, and all of a sudden the match is close. It's just going back and forth, back and forth. Desho have to like come up with a plan to hold this lead before it's too late.
Yeah, that was a good. That was, you know, really good from PSG there. I think if him Killy gets the execution, it would have slowed down the rest of that push. But
Definitely would have messed up.
now it's
the
the
whole
one
push.
squad wipe again, and there's still plenty of time. I mean,
Let's hope for our sake, not the sake for our players, we don't see another tie game. Shaft Eagle pushing alone. The sniper, once again, he's getting covered, so really good play now. Gets it down. Great job pushing this.
both teams seem to play better when they're behind, which kind of makes me wonder, you know, why don't they just play aggressively?
Aggressively, right? Yeah.
If you're more comfortable that way, you don't have to sit back with the lead. They had moments to play aggressively in tie games, and with the lead, you can still push. You don't have to set up if that's not going to be best.
And you know, it's just down by 1 now. You know, that was a good trade from Destro, but
yeah, they were able to keep the lead, which is why the trade was important. But yeah, they've clawed their way back in the game.
Move out.
You know, as you mentioned, it's
Hunter, look alive.
just if you want to play aggressive, go for it. Beautiful down from Destro Maxi.
Hey, look out, he's got a rifle.
For some reason, it's always that same spot. Things just happen in the same exact spots every match. Smoke coming in, crafting a smoke from Shaft Eagle, but Maxi does go at top. It's under 4 minutes left.
Smoke out.
Smoke from Shaft Eagle doesn't get that stun. Body shot with the sniper. Maxi might be in trouble here. He seems to be alone.
I'm hit.
Definitely
He's doing a good job of backing off
you
and
know what I mean?
fighting the engagement on his own terms.
Smoke's away. That's one down.
I mean, I think he bought a lot
Yeah.
of time here, but being left alone is just kind of hard.
I don't think they were planning on helping him because he did buy his team time. They must have told him like,
Down.
Another down from PSG. This
Wow.
looks like a tie game again. The smoke coming in from Shaft Eagle. Smoking, not smoking from Kill. He gets that down. Now PSG are up by 1. I think this might be the first time we've seen PSG make an actual comeback and be in the lead.
and I would like to see them push this. You know, pretend you're down 3 kills here. You have 2 down.
Absolutely.
Push across. You've set up in clock tower
Hunter, over
plenty
there.
of times. It hasn't worked. Just play it as if you were down.
I think this looks like another setup.
I mean, we'll see if it works out for them, but you know, it hasn't in the past. That's all I'm saying.
See, now Dash are gonna play aggressive.
Straggler, right there.
So this will be interesting to see, you know, as you mentioned, both players play better when they're playing aggressive. So this might be bad for PSG.
And yeah, if Destro comes back here, like we really need to start asking like, why don't teams that can push just keep pushing? Like,
Right, yeah, of course.
there's not one play style that fits every team, every player, and these
course.
guys both seem to be playing better when they're aggressive.
It's not always about staying back. It's just whatever works for the team, what's best for the team.
Let's smoke him out. I'm hit.
Big mistake from Shaft Eagle going out in the open and getting down. I think Sinister might be able to revive him here.
I'm bleeding out here.
This is gonna be a really close match. I think Sinister and
Well,
Shaft.
they gotta be careful. They're gonna have a
push.
2v1 on the other side of the map now.
I think they
Ooh.
gotta push now. Flamesy is getting pushed by 2 members.
Hunter!
Of
Shaft's
Destro.
is he gonna be able to help? No. I would rather Shaft help.
I think yes.
Actually, I
I
don't
think just
know.
leave Flamesy.
It's a tough spot.
I mean, leave Flamesy. Even if Flamesy
Yeah.
dies, they gotta get this down. I think they have to
I
get this
agree.
down.
Wounded.
He seems like he's
need some
not
men.
sure what he
Watch
wants
my
to do.
back.
He's looking
Just
between both his
50-50.
teammates.
It's not the best choice here. I think you gotta commit. Gets a body shot with Rigo. Tries to get that down. Great down.
This
from
this was the
PSG.
right decision. You have a 1-kill lead.
Absolutely.
Flamesley doesn't matter anymore. He goes down there, but they still have the lead.
Now 50 seconds left. PSG is still up by 1.
He was unsure, but he, eventually made the right decision.
So close. Gotta be really careful now. All 3 members of Desho making a push on PSG. 20 seconds left to go. Body shot from Shaft Eagle.
He has a health kit. Gonna be a good ending.
And I make that push, but at the same time avoid leaving his teammate at the top alone. Going down and getting executed. Now 2 seconds left. Shaft goes down and gets executed, and the match is over. Oh my god.
We have another tie.
They lost.
Oh, they lost.
They lost.
Oh my god, they did. I can't read Brazilian. I'm sorry. Portuguese,
Oh
whatever.
my god.
Oh my god. That was an insane ending.
Shaft. Oh no.
I'm speechless. What do you what do you even say there?
Oh my god.
I mean, that was like, very exciting after,
Wow.
a boring match to have that ending. That was absolutely crazy.
I'm telling you,
And like that's what makes it so fun, you wait 14 minutes 30 seconds and then at the end like you have to make the right decisions, and Desho definitely did make the right decisions there.
wow. Destro. Rodrigo with that final kill with literally 1 second left gets that execution and takes the win. I gotta say, Shaft made a huge mistake at the end, dropping down and leaving his teammate alone.
I honestly thought it was a tie. You know, like I said, I don't speak
Yeah,
Portuguese,
yeah,
so I was
yeah.
trying to figure out what happened.
When I saw that second execution,
I didn't think he had it in time. I thought it was like after the timer, but that was
I must switch over
incredible.
to Destro's POV just to see that ending.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ending of that.
I see him Killy coming at the back. Throws in a smoke, which makes him push out. Now he was on Hawkeye, smokes himself even.
Wow.
Gets that down, and then Rodrigo at the bottom gets the execution. Literally 1 second left.
Yeah, I mean, PSG not being able to hold clock tower definitely is what hurt them, and in a really, really terrible fashion at the end there for them. They just weren't able to hold it down, and that last second kill from Rodrigo is amazing.
I mean, I think
Smoke out. I can't see. Down.
Man, Hawkeye.
see he gets that execution. 1 second left. Rodrigo
Yeah,
goes down.
literally 1 second left.
It's not enough. It's just not enough. My God, what?
And the finish on Rodrigo is 1 second late. I mean, it couldn't have been any closer, but to be fair, you know, Destro did win all 3 maps, and then the one they lost, they were up 20-13 and lost a player. So, although that last map was very close, very, very close. Probably, I've never seen a closer ending. They were pretty dominant in the entire series.
Absolutely fantastic plays from Destro. Just wow, running through PSG. Honestly, I mean, it was close, but I think Destro just proved they are definitely the better team in this playoff, 100%. I mean, this playoff, last playoff.
I agree. Yeah, GG's to them. I mean, back to back. Now they've won seasons, so I'm very interested to see if anybody could take them down next season. But you know, for now, they're definitely on top.
I mean, I am still speechless. I don't even know what to say. It was a great ending. I gotta say, very intense for us. I mean, I can't imagine what Shaft is thinking right now. But it's just, as we said, just the better team always. You know, Desho won there. So this is it for the season 2 playoffs. $500. It is over. Desho are on top once again. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a pleasure to commentate over this. And if you guys are interested in competing in our next season, which is now open, season 3 is now open for anyone that's interested to compete and have a chance to be showcased, of course. Another thing, if you want to join the Discord, voice your opinion. You know, any updates will always be there. We are also on Twitter if you would like to follow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, X-Shot, if you have anything you want to add.
Nope. Congrats to Destro. They played fucking amazing, and what a great ending. GG's.
GG's. Well played, everyone. Take care.